Hi, I'm Haneefah Khaaliq. I have the pleasure of being the director of a local civil rights agency, in this case, the Gary Human Relations Commission, right here in the city of Gary. The Gary Human Relations Commission is just one of thousands of agencies across the country that work together to enforce the civil rights law. We're called Human Relations Commissions, Human Rights Commissions, Civil Rights Agencies, and many other names, but we all do the same thing. We guarantee equal protection under the law for all people, regardless of their race, religion, sexual orientation, and any other personal characteristics.
We are confronted primarily with a moral issue. It is as old as the scriptures and is as clear as the American Constitution. The heart of the question is whether all Americans are to be afforded equal rights and equal opportunities, whether we are going to treat our fellow Americans as we want to be treated.
The Civil Rights Law of 1964 was first proposed by President John F. Kennedy, thanks in part to the work of civil rights activists like Martin Luther King Jr. and so many others.
We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
It's a landmark U.S. civil rights law that outlaws discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. After President Kennedy's death, President Lyndon B. Johnson took up the cause and pushed for passage. The act remains one of the most significant legislative achievements in American history, instituting civil rights agencies all over the U.S. for proper enforcement. After the law was established federally, local offices were still needed to take up the cause. This was achieved for us on May 19, 1964, when Mayor Martin Katz of Gary, Indiana, instituted Gary's very own local civil rights law with several commissioners. It's amazing to think about the fact that it's been 60 years since that momentous day. It hasn't been easy, but enforcing the law while providing training and education is always our goal. We've been working to protect the civil rights of citizens for 60 years, and we look forward to doing so for the next 60 years and beyond.